okay. So this is when the interesting stuff happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like a whole email. Like this is an essay. So then it goes into let me start by introducing myself. Now, after knowing about everyone who's died,
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Total Lag Live podcast, or if you're watching this at home, you missed it again. So, anyway, we are going to be talking about these following topics. Gaming gear is the worst. Hot take. Is YouTube Shorts... Why am I looking so high with this monitor? I got two monitors, and this one's really high. So, like, I'm cross-eyed. This is going to be a fun one. Trust me. All right. Story time. My hack install of the ITX. Oh, yeah. Of my ITX PC build. That was a nightmare. NordPass. Why don't I trust them? Well, it's NordVPN. You shouldn't trust them. Anyway, Twitch changing TOS again. Yay! We love it when Twitch changes their terms of service, don't we? Nomad.
Yes.
Every beginning of the episode. Just like, yes. Okay, let's get started with the first topic. Gaming gear is the worst. This is my hot take.
Okay.
Before I moved here 2 years ago, I had all sorts of gaming gear. I had tons of Logitech keyboards. All of them were gaming. Mice, tons of different Logitech mice, headsets, and part of it was because my aunt used to work for Logitech as she was the head of the Twitter account, all the socials actually. So she would get like extra gaming gear from her company that she worked for, and so she would send like the extras and stuff. So I got different gear. A lot of them I did buy myself, so I was a bit spoiled. And so recently, when I mean recently, I mean like 2 years ago, I started to like kind of like look outside of the gaming realm for like peripherals and stuff, and so I got this, like, it cost me 30 euros for the 60% keyboard on AliExpress. I don't recommend AliExpress. You can get it on Amazon. There's like Drevel is a good brand, and it's sort of gaming, but it's not like gaming, you know what I mean? But Corsair released their 60%, and it's like over $100. Why? Talk about like branding, right? About brand loyalty. It's like over $100 for a tiny keyboard. I don't get it. Like all these keyboards are 100 plus. I don't get it, because I can get a 96% keyboard from like Keychron or something, and that it's only like missing a few keys. So it has numpad, everything, and it's compact and hot swappable for like $79. So like, what's the difference? Like, what's the point? And that's the thing, is like, that's my take. Gaming gear is garbage. Unless if it's mice. I have a gaming mouse still, because the only reason I picked this over the MX Master is because, well, I wanted the 6 buttons on the side for, when I'm streaming, switching scenes and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. So what's your take on gaming gear? What do you have for peripherals and stuff like that?
Okay. My take on gaming gear is, if the mouse is shaped as a car, it is worth it.
You need to provide context for this video, man.
Okay. Me and Salty got into a call just before the stream, obviously. And he was talking to me about like the topics we're going to talk about, and I searched up just gaming gear on Google. And I'll end up sending you exactly what I'm looking at right now, Salty. But I'm looking at a mouse shaped as a car. And if that's not the pinnacle of gaming gear, I don't know what is. If you really think about it, it's kind of smart. Because if you move your mouse quick, it's like a car.
It's speed.
Exactly. No, but my take on gaming gear is... I'm not gonna lie to you, Salty.
You have gaming gear, I know.
No. Yes. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I blanked out for most of the stuff you talked about. But gaming gear. Yeah.
So to wrap up your opinion, it's yeah.
No. I think okay. I don't want to. Gaming gear in general is just it's money. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
expensive and not always for the right reason.
It's like the Apple
know what I
products,
mean?
you know.
Exactly. It's
I have
like,
an iPhone, by the way, so I can say that with confidence. I also
and I can
repaired
bully him
Macs.
for it.
Yeah, you can
Fine.
bully. That's fine. I don't care. Because I have Apple. You're a peasant compared to no.
Wow.
Wow.
I
It
feel
has come to
personally
my head.
attacked.
It got
Oh
into my
no.
head. All this Apple gear. It's just for the stickers, right? Oh wait, they don't include them in box because of saving the environment. Crap. They also don't include power bricks. Crap. So anyway.
They also don't include anything. In the
Yeah,
next 5 years, you're gonna have to buy a schematic off them before you can even start building your own.
if you could,
iPhone.
yeah.
If you even
if you could even
yeah.
find it. But yeah, so like to sum it up, like I started switching over to like decent headphones, and I mean I paid $100 for these headphones, and they are made out of metal and wood. I mean, to be fair, gaming gear headphones should be light anyway because you're wearing them for long hours. But these are super comfy. They're made out of real leather and stuff like that, and they're made out of metal, so they don't creak like my gaming headsets would. And also the wireless headsets, the batteries would always die. So I just go with wired because I plug them in anyway. So what's the point? You gasped for a second. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, I just remembered about some gaming gear that I saw a few months back. I think it was Ninja or something who was coming out with jumpers where around your ears, the hood, it would be like a thin layer, just so when you have headphones on, you could hear the sound better through your hood. I think that's a pinnacle. That is the pinnacle of gaming clothing. I think we won't get any better than that.
Actually, there is a pinnacle. It's the word gaming on your shirt. That's it. That's the pinnacle of gaming clothing.
Yeah, no, that's actually true. Actually, no, what the pinnacle of gaming is having like,
closer to the mic.
Oh, having like on your underwear the words "I'm a gamer."
With a pixelated heart.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
No, a real like true gaming underwear would. I don't know why we're talking about this, but a true gaming underwear would be like a Corsair like all-in-one cooler like strapped to the front of it.
Yeah,
so it has a radiator and fans like ultimate cooling.
Yo, you give me a really good idea of something to make now.
Yeah, someone actually made Linus Tech Tips made a concept like liquid cooled like the bottom part of your chair, which I think that's pretty good. I mean, mesh is like okay because like mesh is good because it keeps you cool, right? But the issue is it kind of sags a bit, and then that's the thing is you can't adjust the tension. Versus if you have like a really thick, firm cushion, it does wear out after a while. But it does wear out after a while. I'm trying to keep my composure here. It does wear out after a while. If I keep saying this, maybe I'll get back to it. If it comes, oh my god, I lost it.
I can't wait. I'm gonna make a clip. Literally, you said the words like sag, tension. You said all these different things, and then only at the end you explained like really what you're trying to get to. So I was just thinking, oh, I can make such a good clip out of this. Like I'm already
so much content for TikTok.
So my goodness.
I think we're going a bit far, but basically, yeah, it's been done before, like gaming, chair, like cooling and stuff. And gaming chairs are usually garbage. Like
they are. You might as well get one of those like which one is it from IKEA? There's like they have like a really good, they have a really good chair.
It's called the Marcus.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
like that looks to be really. I want to get that. That.
Also, like their desk is great. Like we were talking before the podcast, like because I need a bigger desk. Because if you see my Instagram thing, it's the modder, the like everything. There's not enough room. Like I could barely put down my drink of choice, and my phone. Like there's barely enough room for my mouse and stuff. But anyway, I think we should move on to, because we talked about TikTok, about YouTube Shorts. Is it good for us? So I want to tell you the experiment that I did. So on Salty Spectrum's
Tell me.
YouTube channel, yes, I will. Even if you didn't want to, I would tell you anyway. You can't stop this. I have all the control. I'm the captain now.
Okay,
So I done some tests, and what I found out is first clip, good. You get tons of views.
Oh.
Second and third sucks so hard.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I've also noticed that, on total,
No,
the
you don't
first
understand.
clip.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like depressed, bro. Like, cause it's so true.
It is true, but I saw a little option on my YouTube mobile app, and it was to create a short. So I did a short because I was in the middle of repairing my PC, which we'll get to that later. And I was like showing like all the parts laid across like my bed, my desk, and everything. And I'm like, they build an ITX system. It'll be fun, they said, as a caption. Dude, that shoot up to 900 views in like a few hours.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think my VPN, because I have a VPN app on my phone, it was set to the US because sometimes I want to like get different like content. And I think it enabled that like shorts feature, but then I switched it back to the one close to where I live, and then it disappeared. And I'm not sure if I can get that back again because I think it just locks it. So I can't make shorts from my phone, so I just deleted the YouTube app because that's another story for another time. But I think I should get right into the ITX build. But what do you think about like TikTok, YouTube, like short form content? What do you think? Your predictions, like, is it beneficial? Like, what's your take on it?
YouTube Shorts is Cro-Magnon.
There you go.
No, YouTube Shorts is difficult because there's no way of studying it technically. Unless you are like a big YouTuber, there's no way of actually studying it. So YouTube Shorts are very hit and miss. Then you have like Instagram Reels, kind of hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
But they're normally gonna come out well as long as there's something there for people to enjoy. They're not, because like Instagram is used as another, like in general, as a short form kind of content. You watch a clip here, you look at a photo, it's this and that. So as long as the reel has something to it, it's not just you talking. And TikTok's just TikTok. I mean, like TikTok's easy nowadays, and it's not like you're gonna get famous overnight or anything, but like the chances are extremely high. So like TikTok is just, I mean, it is what it is. What can I say? But I mean, I'm all for short form content. Because I'm actually gonna send you something. Oh God, I'm dying here. I'm actually gonna send you something later on. Some. I want to show you a video that I find I cry every single time I watch it out of laughter. But it's just, I think the short form content is so like, if for you to sit down, this is my idea. Like, for you to sit down and watch something for an hour, you have to be dedicated that you're gonna do it. And then but if you spend an hour watching clips, you don't even care because they're just clips. You go from, like, our attention span is so short that like going from one to another, like we don't even think about it. Yeah. So I think that shorts are always a good idea as a concept, and it works out well most of the time. But it's always a good idea because you're able to attract a lot more people than just like doing bread.
Yeah. So I've been posting on TikTok. So what I did was I set up TikTok on my phone. Then I just deleted the app and just nuked it. And then I started just using the desktop app because I switched back to Firefox, which I'll get into that later, off podcast. But it allows it to run as a container. So like there's no way of it to grabbing like storage and stuff like a normal mobile app. Or location data and whatnot if you have all your settings set right. Anyway, I prefer. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Oh no! Here we go.
I prefer TikTok. Ugh.
Oh God! Oh God!
Okay, I prefer TikTok for posting. Here's my thing.
Oh God!
Okay, here's my thing.
Oh God!
On the web browser, you don't have to reformat the video. It can be still 16:9, just like a YouTube video. As long as it's a short clip,
God.
you can
Sorry.
post it. And it's, I mean, there's no like scheduled posting or anything like that. You have to do it by hand, but it's so much easier. And my most viewed video right now is 611, and I just posted that like a day ago. And some videos do well, some videos don't, but it's not that much work, in my opinion. I mean, you just render out the clip, but with YouTube Shorts, you have to rescale it to be a square format for your 16:9
I don't want to
ratio
interrupt
video.
you, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Go for it.
But I tried to do that the other day because I was like, I need to make some more YouTube Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I have forgotten exactly how to do it, and I need your help after to figure it out again.
Yeah, and then I don't even think like YouTube Shorts are that beneficial anyway. I mean,
they're not, but like it's just extra content.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But yeah, so like in an Instagram, there's no way to post it through either the Creative Studio, which is a thing that they provide.
There is.
Not from desktop. That's my point.
Yes, there is.
Okay, you need to show me after this.
Bro, like half of the stuff I've done on Total Lag and on my own Instagram, I've done through desktop. I can't just use my phone.
So you can
you can upload. You can
a reel?
do you can
a reel.
You can upload. Yeah, you can upload anything.
So you can upload a reel from your desktop
as long as the video is like made, because you can't edit it. Like you can't do any editing to it. And as long as you can, like, you know what you want to put as a caption and all this, is like, yeah, you can do anything.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like a regular post. I'm talking about
no, but no, wait. But I mean, like, not Instagram desktop app, the Instagram like studio online.
Okay, so you can post reels from that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I think I did. I think one of the
I was
reels
looking for it and I could not find it. So anyway, Instagram, you have to go through their special creator studio, right?
Yeah.
And you have to do all this trickery if you don't want to use the studio.
Yeah.
And so sorry, I've been drinking, so not that kind of drinking. But I'm a bit burpy. And then so like TikTok is much easier on the desktop. I mean, I still don't trust them. I mean, I don't trust Instagram either. It's much easier. And that's the thing is like YouTube Shorts, you have to format it on like it's not automatic. Like it's like uploading a normal YouTube video, which is a lot of work. And on the app or mobile,
you can't upload reels. I don't want to interrupt that. Okay,
you can't
upload reels.
Yeah,
you can
that's
do
why I was saying.
TV and feed.
Yeah. So like, there's no way doing it from the desktop, which is annoying because you have to transfer it to your phone.
But
so it's a pain in the butt, and that's the thing is like. Yeah, then you have to get YouTube for mobile. And that's the thing is like, I'm curious now, since I did my first mobile YouTube short, does it, shoot it to the moon? And then if I do a second one, is it not going to do so well? It all depends. But, TikTok is a great way of like, if you just want to set up once on your mobile app and then forget it and then delete it from your phone, and then just like set up on like a container on your web browser. Yeah, it's a good option. Like very little work involved. I even posted a TikTok without any hashtags and it did super well. So like
it's kind of randomized though. That's the thing. Until you're big, it's just randomized.
But for me, like I put so much effort, putting in someone's called Candy Boy.
Oh no, don't let that man speak.
But that's my opinions on the matter. And that's the thing is like these social media apps are going to be for companies. I think they'll be as successful if they cater more towards brands and stuff in terms of posting from the desktop, because that's all pros do is they post from the desktop. You don't use a phone because a phone is kind of cumbersome, so
it is.
It's annoying and it's so easy to make a mistake. Autocorrect just wants to make you look like a stinking buffoon. So that's my take on that. So I think that's pretty much wrapped up for that.
So I've been getting emails. I don't know how. It's to one of my email accounts. I really don't know how. It's like those fake emails, when people are trying to scam you, I think.
Spoofing.
What the heck did you just say to me?
Spoofing. When you try to spoof someone.
I'm pretty sure that's like an illegal word in many countries.
Spoof.
Yeah, so like
later
when
we're
they
going
just
to be
try...
talking about Twitch TOS and how spoof got banned.
No, but like I've been getting random emails. Obviously, people just trying to get into my
Daniel's having technical difficulties. Twitch has reached out to him.
They've just sent me an email saying, "Bruh, stop."
Stop with the spoof.
No, like those like random emails and trying to get all your info, and the amount of work this person has put into this one. So I got a random email saying like, "Can we talk?" That was it. So I was like,
"That's deep."
Like I was like, I don't know. Can we talk? I'm like, what's going on? And this was like a good like over a week ago. And then I get an email today. Basically, so like I'm not gonna read the exact email out loud, but I'm just gonna gloss over it basically. So this person's like, he's trying to get like me to feel bad for him. So first he's like, "Hi, I'm talking to you through your email because they found it in a partnership in a business somewhere, which is probably they probably just went onto like like job sites or something." And it's like, "I don't mean you any harm." And then he goes into like the first thing he talks about is, I lost my parents in a car accident when I was 11. I was raised by adopted parents, but they also died years ago. The relatives of my adopted parents threw me out of the house saying that I was not their real daughter. Like, bruh. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel any pity for you. You suck. Next. It's like so then it's like, okay, so the person's like, I'm not gonna disclose the area just in case this actual person does live there and I don't want any issues. But nonetheless, yeah, so they live in Texas.
For Texas, survives winter, gets stinking bullied by a Brit.
Bro, literally, I can't wait to respond like so much. So it's like, but they lived in Texas before joining the US. The US. Yeah, that made no sense. Before joining the US force, United States force. I don't feel that's right.
The United States Air Force.
Yeah, I know that, but they put US force.
Oh my god.
Yeah, trust. So it's like, you may be wondering why I'm trying to talk to you, and it's like, yeah, literally. But this is the best I can do.
Police? Oh, I can't make that joke.
You can't say that, bro. So then the person goes into, I would have trusted this kind of project in the hands of my husband, who was my closest confidant, but I lost him to. She also lost him. In 2006, after 5 months of marriage, bro, this person gonna get. So I was reading this and I was just laughing, like internally, and then it's like, and my only brother has ruined his life with hard drugs.
Hard drugs.
Bro, and then I'm like, so you would have trusted this to your husband, yet some random guy you found on the internet. Well, you don't even know what it is. Just wait. So then goes into okay. So this is when the interesting stuff happens. Yeah. And this is like a whole email. Like this is an essay. So then it goes into, let me start by introducing myself. Now, after knowing about everyone who's died, okay. My name is Sergeant Monica L. Brown. And then it talks about, and then yeah, like of all names.
Like Monica L. Brown. You know what? I'm gonna start, like, when I make new accounts, I gotta use that name. Like,
bang average name.
Once I get Star Citizen account, I'm gonna Sergeant Monica L. Brown.
So I was like, I looked at his name and I was like, okay, that's just a bang average name.
Cry.
Bro, and then they explain like the brigade and whatever team they were on, and then it goes, I am seeking. Listen to this, okay? I am seeking your assistance to evacuate the sum of 10.5 million state dollars as far as I can to be assured that it will be safe until they complete their service. So I'm thinking of this like, wow, you must be very important. And then look, it has a title and everything, source of money. So now I get to know how they got the money. Like, it's a title and everything. Okay, I'm gonna actually just read this out because it's I can't like gloss over this. So it goes, I and some other high-ranking officers have made some deals on oil businesses over in Afghanistan before they exited to Iraq. The deal is worth $132 million. And after we have all shared the money, I later realized 10.5 million, which is my personal share of the deal, due to my yeah, it makes no sense. They can't type. It's probably just some random idiot. Due to my status as a U.S. sergeant, I cannot be able to move this huge funds into my account into U.S. because of interrogation and all that stupid stuff. So I sent to Red Cross Society, which that would have been stupid anyway, because if anyone knows anything about Red Cross, it's to not give them money. Actually, you should bleep that out after Salty. I don't want to get in trouble.
Well,
like now I'm thinking about
Switzerland.
it. Yeah. Because there is no other way to keep out and all this. So with the help of a German contact working in the UN,
No.
you're able to get of all.
This is like a plot to the A-Team.
Bro, literally, I was able to get the package out to a safe location entirely out of the trouble spot. He does not know the real contents of the package, but yet some random guy you find on the internet does. As I've deposited a consignment as a family treasure, your acceptance to this would encourage me to send further information for us to proceed. I'm going to mess up, but there's more. It's not done.
Oh my
Furthermore, if my offer does not appeal to you, delete the message and forget I ever contacted you. Because yeah, that a sergeant in the military with 10.5 million to trade across a country is like, but if you're not willing to just delete it and forget we've even talked, that sounds like, do not destroy my career because you do not approve of my proposal, brother. I believe that such opportunities only come once in a way, once one's way once in a lifetime. There you go.
Wow.
I cannot let this chance pass by me. For once, I find myself in total control of my destiny. Oh, piss off. This chance won't pass me by. I ask that you do not destroy my chance. If you will not work with me, let me know and let me move on with my life, but do not destroy me. If you give me positive signals, I will give you...
Hello?
Where was I? So, yeah, destroy me if you give me positive signals. I'll give you the details to continue. I send you this mail, not without a measure of fear, to ask for consequences and all yada yada yada. Do not betray my confidence. If you wish to proceed with this, please get back to me. I am gonna get back to it. Take the piss. Sorry. Regards, Sergeant Monica L. Brown. So, and do you know what the funniest thing about this is? Like the
you should make this into a video.
I'm going to.
You should.
Because this is the third person in the last 2 months who's done this to me. Not this exact story. I've had one person say they live in India, but they have really rich family members who have died, and they need help from someone who is in Europe to help them come over and sort it all out. I've had someone say they just want to get to know me so that we can actually do business online. And it's not like legitimate business.
Yeah.
Like I get these all the time, but this is by far the funniest one. Like this is a sergeant.
It is pretty funny. Like the name alone is just.
Bro, like it's the most, and like, do you know what the email is?
What?
sgb601@gmail.com.
Oh my god.
just the reassurance that her name is Sergeant Monica.
Just forget it, because we need to make this video.
Yeah.
We need to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm gonna send an email back saying like I'm gonna play with it a little bit more.
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna play with it a little bit more, and I'm gonna mess around and see how much I can get out of this person, because it just seems like this is like enough for a long video. I feel like it's gonna be funny enough for a long video, so I'm definitely gonna mess around with this. But yeah, I just wanted to put this in right now because I found this so funny, and I have more. I won't talk about them now, obviously, but if we do end up like making a video out of this,
you could
I have
make a
so
video
much
for your
more.
own channel, man. Like this is something like for your own channel that you could put.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Actually, that is true. No, I've had so many of these, but this is the funniest one by far. I'm in love with this one, so I'm gonna definitely mess around with it. But yeah, let's get on to the next talk. Like,
yeah. So
like,
I think
see.
a good branch would be about NordPass, about like distrust and stuff.
Ooh.
So NordPass is basically like a password manager.
All right, you can go into this topic. Give me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, mute your mic.
Okay.
All right, guys. He's gone. Now I can say whatever I want. So
I'm not gone yet.
Oh.
I'm joking. I'm gonna go. Okay.
I was going to say eliminate a certain class. No. Okay, he's gone.
I'm so happy I didn't go that time.
Just
Alright,
go
I gotta
already,
go,
so
I
I
gotta
can
go.
talk
I'll
about.
be right back.
All right. So I want to talk about NordPass. So this is a good topic actually to sit out on for Nomad because it's quite boring. That's why I'm going to tell you guys. Yay! Okay, so NordPass is made by basically, oh my god, NordVPN. So I actually used NordVPN because they promised no logs and stuff, but I switched to another one because well if you don't know, like in the past, they actually had a bit of an issue in the past. So what basically happened was someone got a hold of a a decryption key. And why that is a big deal is because the whole point of a VPN, a virtual private network, is to encrypt that traffic. So basically, one of the data centers had this master decryption key, and basically whoever had a hold of it was able to see all the traffic flowing through and could intercept, or probably has. But the biggest issue is the transparency with the company. They didn't even mention that they patched this. It just came up from something else, like another source. And that's kind of like scary because like you kind of want to know like if a company that you're using has, has like a vulnerability, or if they know that there's a vulnerability, then, that they patch it and just let the clients know like, hey, just in case, just change all your passwords, like double check your security. It's that transparency that makes trust between the client and the company. And so basically they just like, they're like, oh yeah, we're just going to like put this under the rug. And so a lot of like people on YouTube were sponsored by them. They just dropped them. Some people still sponsor them, but honestly, if they did something like that, what else are they hiding, And that's the problem is like with VPNs is you have to be very careful about who you pick as a VPN. Usually a free VPN is not very safe. Like I use private internet access, but I wouldn't say just use them because I use them. I would say look into like Proton VPN or something, because those guys, they get grants and stuff, and also they're positioned in Switzerland. So like the Switzerland government is very strict about user privacy. So like do your own research and figure it out. But so basically they introduced a new program or service, which is NordPass. Frankly, with what happened with NordVPN, I don't trust them to contain all my passwords. I usually trust software or services that are open source, because that means anybody can audit or look at the code. Even though me and you might not be able to read half the things that are put in that code, someone else that you trust could read it easily, versus a closed source where they would have to get exclusive permission from that company to read it. So that's my take on it. I just don't trust them. So if you see NordPass, don't pick them. There's actually a website. It's called privacytools.io. It's a small team, and basically they audit, but also they recommend privacy tools. They don't make any money except from like donations and stuff like that. So it's privacytools.io. And basically it just gives you a very simple, clean cut, like what's the pros and cons of each service, and how could they collect your data, and why it's important to care about your privacy. It's very easy. It talks about like different leaks and stuff, and how to tweak your browser to be more safe. It's just really cool. Like, and then it gives you like a whole list of like alternatives to like social networks, if you really want to go there, decentralized social networks, and a bunch of other things. So I'm just going to paste this link if anybody wants to check it out in the chat.
I will check it out in the chat.
All right, thanks. So go ahead and check that out. That way I don't have to keep talking about like different options of privacy. But yeah, that's my take on that. We can go on to our next topic. Are you fully back, man? I guess he's not.
Yes.
Okay, he is. All right, so I'm just deleting things on the deck, so don't panic.
Panicking.
Okay, good. All right, so we can get into Twitch terms of service, or we can get into my ITX build. What do you feel up to?
Twitch.
All right, so I'll just introduce it, and then you give me your hot take on it. Okay. So, Twitch has updated their community guidelines. So, a lot of the things haven't really changed, but pretty much before, I think, let's say you were streaming and you tweeted something, they could take action, right? If it, violates their community guidelines. Now, if you're a Twitch partner or affiliate, most likely a Twitch partner, because, affiliates are pretty much under the radar, if you ask me. Basically, any misconduct, like off of Twitch, they will no longer associate with you. Now, I am all for like making sure that the people that are, these pretty much heroes to some audience members and stuff like that, these people that influence a ton of people, I think it's good that there's a third party involved when it comes to making sure that they're intact, right? But I don't trust Twitch doing that at all, at the slightest degree. I know I'm peaking by laughing, but like Twitch, you know what? Nomad, please take it away. I'm flabbergasted from like,
Twitch is
from
being
Twitch.
Nancy.
Nancy. Oh, that sounds too close to the N. Another N word with NAZ. Yeah, you get the point. Don't say it like that. Yeah, because they had a whole thing about that.
Basically Twitch is just being dumb, stupid. They I hate Twitch.
Me too. But they give me money.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. It's true. Like
Twitch is such a broken platform. I don't like how it's like the mainstream platform because it's so broken.
It is. Like at least YouTube has their crap together. Like they picked a side, right? They picked the advertiser side. But with Twitch, it's like they constantly changing rules and stuff. And the thing is, like, anybody that streams to it, pretty much becomes an Amazon employee. Which, if you've seen Amazon employees, they're kind of treated horribly. I mean, I know someone that like works very well. Like they're very hardworking. That's what I'm trying to get at. And they couldn't handle working in an Amazon warehouse. He said the conditions were horrible. And this guy, like, he was super tough. Like, he liked skateboarding. And he broke some bones, and he still went to work to clean a military base.
Nice.
So like this dude's like super hardcore, and for a super hardcore guy like him saying that like Amazon warehouse employees have it hard, that's saying something. So like when you're streaming, you're pretty much an employee to Twitch because they pay you money, So like they're very strict, and that's the thing is like they're getting to the point where it's kind of like they invade onto like that's the thing is like imagine if YouTube like totally deleted, like nuked the channel, right? Removed all the videos, like that channel no longer exists, right? Partnership's gone because someone made one off tweet, right? That's a stream. But with this thing, like I read over it a few times. I read over the community guidelines, the blog, and there's like another thing too about like off-site conduct, a policy about that. And I'm reading this and I'm like, they're pretty much just allowing themselves to police everyone. And also, I want to get a second opinion on it. So I watched a video by this lawyer. He makes YouTube comments on, not YouTube comments, but he makes a commentary about these kind of things and what legally, like what Twitch could do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's a lot. Like before it was under the context of hateful content or conduct, I mean. and off the platform where, that could, like if you were streaming and stuff like that, and then you made a tweet, then that could be related. Now it's like anything that you do, even off Twitch completely, could be taken into account for deleting your Twitch channel or getting you completely banned.
Which is really unfair. Like, how
Yeah.
could they shouldn't be able to have that control over like other social media, other platforms you use. Like, if it's on their side, then they have the control. But for them to like willingly be able to take over, and it's basically taking over. It's basically just a method of control,
Yeah.
like how you act on other sites. Like that's not up to them. It's up to like the owners of that site or people who work on
Yeah.
that site. So like it's like streaming on YouTube, and then Twitch saying no, it's like you're not streaming on Twitch, and so you're just streaming on YouTube, and Twitch coming in and being like, "Yo, you made an account on our site like 3 years ago, but you never used it. Yeah, now you're YouTube. You have to be very careful, or else we're gonna cancel you or something." You know, it's basically that, because it's like they're just trying to have control over things they just don't have control over.
Yeah, and I think too is uh, like I get like other companies, like a community, like where they're very transparent. Twitch is not transparent.
Nah.
So, and they also specified in their conduct policy that the investigation, like what's it called, like the outcome of the investigation that they do, which is their investigation, there's no professional police. Yeah, Amazon could hire some professionals, right? But I don't trust who they hire. I mean, if their support team is really crappy, I can't imagine like the investigation team that's only going to be used for once in a blue moon for the major cases, right? And the fact that like the lack of transparency like makes me lack trust and confidence in Twitch and handling their own things. I mean, they're very like they switch all the time to different things. You know what I mean? They're always changing things, and that's the thing is like as a creator, you know, once you figure out like a thing that works for you, then great. But like people don't want to change up their content because, Twitch might ban them. You know what I mean? Like think about like the SIMP word, right? I thought you were going to say it. That word before they're like, well, we only use it in context, but now with this blog, it's basically saying that it doesn't have to be in context of hateful. They can still take you out for it. You know what I mean?
I don't understand the whole thing about words being banned is just to stop people who are too much of a wuss to stand up or even just take a flipping word. It's literally like, oh, we have to ban this word because it might like affect some people. Oh, saying one word to someone over the internet who you don't even know is gonna make them cry. I'm not saying that words don't hurt. I'm not.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like it's literally like when you're younger and you go to school and there's a kid that you don't like him and he doesn't like you and he says you're an idiot and you take it badly, but then the next day it's cool and you start being friends with him because it's like, oh, it's whatever. He just said that to me. It's like getting punched in the face. Yeah, I can understand that. Getting a name called across the internet, like, bruh, like it's so stupid. To me, it's just so stupid. And now, like, they're just like, now you have to be careful what you say on other social media, even if that platform lets you say it.
Yeah.
You cannot say it because your career on Twitch, let it be for 5 viewers or 5,000, your career on Twitch can go down for it.
Yeah.
So it's really just annoying how like Twitch just keep on trying to take control of everything. It's just Amazon taking over.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like it only affects creators really because a viewer can just make another account. They can ban invade. But if a streamer if they're a streamer that shows their face and stuff, they can't ban invade that. Or go to other like they could go to other platforms, but a lot of there's like a bit of a cult with Twitch. Like even my own viewers, when I tried experimenting with streaming to YouTube and stuff, and if they're still in the chat, they'll agree, or maybe they'll disagree. I don't know. They much rather me stream on Twitch, and that's the thing is like I'm stuck with Twitch now. I'm affiliate and stuff like that. And another thing too, trying to think of the point I was going to make, but like, yeah, I guess it's just like it's wishy-washy, you know what I mean? Like some people will get banned
Yeah.
depending on the situation, and the fact that it's not transparent, and also like how Twitch has handled other issues, makes me lack a lot of faith in them as a platform upholding their own. And that's the thing, is like a lot of the viewers love Twitch because they are in control more than
Yeah.
the streamer. And another thing too is like, for example, like I was doing a Skyblock stream, right? And all of a sudden someone got through my chat filter, which has a lot of bad words on there and different like characters and stuff like that, to make sure I cover all my bases. Because in Twitch there's a rule, if you can't control your chat, you could get permanently banned, right?
Yeah.
And so this guy figured out a way around it, and I'm streaming trying to figure it out, and this guy basically used multiple chat bots, like thousands. And so I sent a message to Twitch staff and I'm like, hey, this happened, and this is like video proof of it, like how I prevent this. They're like, well, this is what they told me. They're like, go to every single account, which takes like 3 clicks to get to this menu for reporting. So 3 clicks on each and every user account, and then report it, and then fill in the information.
Sounds just like Twitch. They want the least amount of work on their sides for you to do everything.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, when will these big streamers, I mean, some of them have, like Dr. Disrespect definitely has. And that was really weird, the situation. And probably because of contracting, because he's one of the 1%, he probably had a special contract that would really damage him if he did say what actually happened, And that's the thing, is like, as content creators, like most of us, for the most part, want to be transparent. We want to explain like how we're doing well in certain fields.
Especially when you see things going like a way that they just shouldn't.
Yeah.
So you just like, you really want to have like things said properly and explained like properly.
Yeah. And another thing too is like, I get it. You want to make a safe haven on your service, or, have a legal way where you could, distance yourself from somebody that's really damaging to your brand. I get that. But
yeah,
I can't trust Twitch to make the right move.
Decision.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing too is like with Twitch, or anything really, like making a safe haven, or calling it like a safe haven with all these rules and stuff, like I think it's virtual signaling, because half the time they don't really care and they don't really do much. Like I just mentioned about the my instance with support team, is that like they don't care, and also that makes the people that are very sensitive, which if you're sensitive, fine, whatever, right? But it makes it very like into this false sense of hope that this platform will protect them, and it probably won't, because Twitch is a business-based model. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Unless if you're making them tons of money, they're not going to protect their asset.
No, and they have no reason to.
So for YouTube and Twitch to make this thing like, oh, like we're doing all this work, actions speak louder. And that's the thing, is like, you're making this fake safe haven for these people that are very sensitive, like to the internet, think that they're safe. And then what happens when, this stuff falls through the cracks like it usually does? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is like, stop advertising like that. Teach them proper things, like how to ban people, how to set up chat filters. Like, teach them like actual things that work, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, that's my take. I'm not sure if you have anything else to add to that.
No, I think you pretty much covered anything I would actually say for myself. The whole safe haven thing, I was gonna say that anyway. Like, it's just a false sense of security, and it's like you said, like it makes sense where they would want to distance themselves,
Mm-hmm.
To protect themselves. But there's one thing distancing yourself because you don't know the outcome. There's another thing helping out the issue so you can control the outcome. And instead of going through the extra work, it's like I said, Twitch will do anything to get the least amount of work on their half.
Yeah.
So it is annoying. It just is annoying. So Yeah, I think you pretty much covered anything I was going to say, but yeah, no, it is just really nice.
Yeah, and just to one thing to wrap it up, like it's night and day difference. Like when I had an issue with library because like I was changing my email for it for the accounts I have, they got back to me in a few hours. But when I got through a bigger company, it takes like maybe a week or more. You know what I mean? Like it's a stark difference. So like for me, like I just don't trust them. So we're at like 58 minutes, but then again, we have to factor in for like about over 10 minutes. We've been just messing about. So I'm gonna finish up the last topic, which is about my ITX build, and then I'll let you handle the outro. Okay? I want to let you know ahead of time this time.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So story time. My hack install of my ITX build. So since I moved, I had before like 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, I had uh an i7, I think 68K processor. It was like really expensive at the time. It was like $500. Um, and then I had like a $300 motherboard, which was like the MSI like Carbon Pro or something, full ITX, and I got some other things. So long story short, it's a big case, and I was going to be moving to another country by plane, and I heard so many horror stories about like PCs being ripped apart because I seen them how they handle baggage. They just toss them. So
Bro, I've been in essentials. Like they don't. If it breaks, it breaks. It's not their issue.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, I'm not going to have that. So what I decided to do is, fortunately, at the last like probably like 2 weeks before I had to go on the plane, I was able to sell all my stuff except keep my GPU because I just bought a 1070, which was during the 2070 launch because it was the first crypto mining uh thing where like people couldn't get GPUs, and Nvidia just restocked their 1070s and stuff. So I just bought those, or bought one. But anyway, so that's the only thing I kept. But I did tons of research, but I didn't have time to do proper research, like measure everything out myself. So I just went through, like, I call it the herd mentality, which is get what everybody else is getting. So I just looked up what everybody else is getting for a small compact ITX system that will fit in my backpack. So people said Silverstone SG1. Yeah, SG13. I'm sorry, not SG1. That's a show. So the SG13. And they say, yeah, just put a Corsair H60 in it. It'll fit, no problem. It'll cool your 2700X. And it does. So fast forward, everything transported no problem, was great, and I loved the system. But then after 2 years, I started to notice that it started to get hot very quickly. So I opened it up and I realized that the plastic brackets that the CPU cooler, like the hub thing that goes on, snapped. And I think I have a theory. So basically, what people on Reddit was saying was like, use your power supply because the power supply is right above the motherboard in this configuration, and then you have it where the fan's down, so it sucks in the hot air from the VRMs, which is the heat sinks on the motherboard. It basically sucks up all that heat and blows out. But my power supply, even though it's recommended, was the one I picked, was recommended from them, was power efficient, so it doesn't always spin the fan until it gets really hot. So I think after some 2 years, it finally melted the brackets. So anyway, I wanted to go air cooling, so I knew Noctua was a good brand because we used it for building servers, like high-end desktops and stuff like that. But the problem is I don't have that much clearance. I probably have like around 34 millimeters of head clearance, so I can't use a whole lot. So I got like a fan, and then I got I think it was the NH12 S for the like the low profile one. And it worked good, but then I realized like after long sessions like today, it gets super hot. Right now it's not actually that hot, but I would lag and stuff like that. So I bought an exhaust fan, and so I flipped the power supply the other way, so it has fresh air coming in from the top, and blowing out. And then I have this little saucepan. But the issue is even though everybody online said it fit, I didn't factor in what orientation the CPU cooler is. So mine's like sideways and it's offset. So it's not like where the pad that meets with the CPU is not in the dead center of the heatsink. It's offset. So I only could put it one way without bumping into the GPU. And same thing with like, so I have it like side to side. It's hard to visualize this. But everybody else had it up and down. But the problem is my RAM, even though it's low profile, would still hit the heat pipes of the cooler. And if I did the other way, like up and down, right, the pipes would hit the high profile like VRMs or the motherboard heat sinks. So I only could do that way. But the problem is, since I did the sideways way where the heat pipes go out to the side, I don't have any room for the fan, and or the fan's already here. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And I seen online on Reddit where people, because on the metal case there's like a bunch of like tiny like metal holes. So they use a drill just to enlarge the holes so they can screw in the fan. So that's what I did. So right now I have the fan on the outside of the case drilled in, blowing hot air out. It's all the times I built custom PCs, this is probably the sketchiest build I ever made. Because also, how am I going to get the wire in? Because I have to make it big enough for the fan header to go through. So really, I drilled a big old hole on the side of it, and I made sure because I bought like a good good air blower to like blow all the metal shrapnel out, so it wouldn't short the motherboard if it somehow got in. And then I just screwed it in, and I used masking tape on the side of it just to seal up that hole. That way it would only suck in the hot air from inside the PC, not from the vents on the sides of it. So yeah, I have that set up as a build. So I'm kind of like done with ITX because I don't need it to travel, obviously because of the pandemic. And the thing is, like, the SG13 is like, it lays flat on, like, it's a rectangle shape, like imagine like a shoebox. It's like that, but way taller on my desk, so it's taking up a lot of space. But recently there's been more ITX cases that stand straight up. But the problem is, like, the NZXT H1 has been catching on fire because of the PCI riser cable, which I'm not going to get into that. It catches on fire. That's all you need to know. And it took them a really long time to get around fixing it, which is a fire hazard. I'm sorry, but that's stupid. But I finally found one that landed on my radar. It's by iBuyPower, called the Revolt 3. And it's not like a square footprint like the H1, but it's more rectangle, so it allows more room. But also you can allow, because I'm still having issues with cooling, because I have such a low profile cooler for a 2700X, which has a lot of heat. But this one allows way more. It's like, I think 140 millimeters, which is a lot. So I could I have way more options for more coolers for that. And it comes with a handle for carrying, which is really cool, like built in to it. And also it comes with, on each side, a little thing that, like a stud that comes out to hold your headphones, which I think that's super cool and functional. And it comes with brackets where, like, let's say if you have like an all-in-one cooler, which I'm not going to do that because of that nightmare I had earlier. But it has like brackets so you can screw on fans or an all-in-one cooler rad on it, and then work on your rest of your PC and swing it back into place. It's really cool. Like, it's a slightly bigger than the H1, right? But not that much. And it supports a triple slot graphics card. So you can have a beefy boy in there. So you're not sacrificing on performance or cooling because it's all mesh. I'm a huge fan. So I sent you a link. I saw it in Discord. Yeah, I'm going to send a link to everybody in chat if here after I'm a big fan of PC stuff, so you guys have to excuse my chatter. But yeah, I'm just waiting for that. It's probably going to come out. They said spring 2021, so I'm considering like buying that because they said it's going to retail for $90, which I paid $50 for this SG13, but it's very bare bones. But this has a lot of features, so
Yeah.
I'm psyched about this because I think I have grown out the size of my case, and it's time for an upgrade. So I'm a huge fan of this case, and iBuyPower is a big company, so they build a ton of things. So I think their warranty will be good.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it from me. Like talking about tech stuff. I think that's it for topics as well. So you want to do an outro?
Yeah, sure. All right, lads and lasses. We have reached the best part of the stream, best part of everything, the end.
Absolutely.
So a bit of a sellout moment. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so don't forget to follow all our social media, Total Life, pretty much everywhere. And if you have any doubts about it, just go check out our website, totallife.com, and you'll find every single little shut up, just go there. After that, if you liked what you saw, if you want to keep on seeing, then go check out our previous content. If you have checked out our previous content, tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you want to hear. We want to know what you guys want to hear. So if anyone has any ideas for a topic in a podcast, comment. Get in touch with us through social media. Do something about it. Like, and we'll give you like a little bit of a shout out. This person said this. This person said that. It's what you want. Listen, you want to become famous. We know it. You know it. Just do it. So, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So I've been Nomad. This is
I think I've been salty.
we don't really know at the end of the day. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think that's about it for the stream. And check out every Sunday 6 p.m. Greenwich for a new podcast update, and then we'll have more content coming out in the upcoming weeks. So yeah.
Yeah. Goodbye. I did actually end the stream.
That's beautiful, mate. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What kind of